Hey up everyone, welcome to a new video. Tonight we'll be out on rats. I'm going to go up to my local farm permission and I'll be targeting farmyard area. A couple of weeks ago you've seen my last video. I did a first light targeting corvids. A big pile of chips. And I did see rat activity on that, which is pretty unusual to find rats in a farmyard this time of year, unless the natural food's not very abundant. So I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to go and target that chip pile area because I know they'll be on it. Obviously, frozen chips, or they were frozen chips, high in fat, and rats will love being in that area, feeding on them. While we've got some daylight, I'm just going to quickly run you through how I'd get set up. So obviously, got my dive bottle here. I'm going to top my rifle up with air, so we'll crack on with that. Simple process. I've got quick fill best fitting adapters on my hoses, so I can swap this between different rifles. Just put my adapter in there, make sure that's nice and secure. All I'm ever doing when I'm topping up is literally topping up. So if I've been shooting about 10-20 shots if you're lucky, and you're just slowly filling your rifle, topping your rifle back up. If you do it this way, you top up regularly and you don't do it from, you don't empty your rifle, slow it down a little bit. Let it fill up slowly. The slower it fills up the better. You make sure you've got your rifle topped off fully then. Obviously I'm using Ultimate Sport tonight. As you all know, or most of you all know, it's Ratworks tuned, which means it's got a tension regulator fitted, which allows me to top up to 200 bar. If I top up to 200 bar, I'm getting somewhere in the region of about 100 shots per charge, which is ample for rats tonight. This farmyard is not particularly that busy when it comes to rats. I might be lucky to get 20. But it'll be a productive night and it'll be good sport. I'll be a farmer, landowner, a big favour by controlling some of these rats. That's it, up to 200 bar on gauge, release your bleed valve. What you're doing by doing that is you're emptying all air out of hose, which makes it safe to take out. Adapter out, and then I've got like a little plug that comes with adapter kit, and that just stops any dirt and grime going into hose. Pop that on there. I always put my fill adapter in a plastic bag, again, just stops any dirt or rubble getting on there and accidentally getting inside rifle. So now I've done that, what I always like to do, obviously I use ATM 4K scope. This needs charging up. It has got a 18 hour battery life, I think it is. But don't take any chances. What I'll do is I'll get my charger. Right back at scope, you have two ports. That one there is for charger and that one's for your SD card. I'll pop them open because what I want to do, got that little plastic, well, little rubber covers on them. Stop any water egress and dirt getting inside scope. I'll put my charger in that one, and then I'll put my SD card in the other one. Obviously the SD card is for purposes of filming, so if you don't want to film, you don't have to use it. Let's plug this in first. Let's get this into plug socket. And it's the same principle for me as what it would be filling up with air. So I'll just leave that on charge for an hour now. I know it's topped off battery then. Battery will be fully charged. I've got as many hours as I want out of that. SD card, so 4K Pro. Takes a micro SD card. Exactly the same as what goes into modern mobile phones. Then I'll just slot that in there as well. You know when it's in, because you'll just hear a slight click as it positions itself and it's locked in place. And just cover your little rubber cover. So that's that really. That'll charge for an hour, like I've said. Rifle's topped off with air, so I know I've got a good 100 shots. Zero's alright, I checked it earlier, it's bang on. In all honesty, my rifle's stored in an hard case and in a gun cabinet, so during transport it'll be in this hard case. I haven't had to re-zero for 6 months. I've obviously tested it, I've tried it, made sure I'm still bang on. But beauty about these 4K Pro scopes, when you zero up, you have a set of coordinates. So what I've done is I've recorded them coordinates, so if I'm out in field, rifle or scope combo takes a knock, zero gets thrown out, which can happen. It can happen to any rifle and scope, it don't have to be 4K. And all I've got to do is re-zero and dial into them coordinates, save them, and I'm back on zero. So really handy little feature. We've all been there, we've all had a fall, had a tumble, banged his rifle and knocked zero out, and you're mucking about re-zeroing. You don't have to do right with this, like I just said. You can just simply put your coordinates and you bang on. So that's all that. Just a quick run through a kit I'll use. I'm going to do some shooting out of car tonight. So I've got this shooting bag, and that goes on your windowsill, on frame of your window, and your rifle will just rest on there, nice and comfy and nice and secure in place with 2 bags either side. It drops weight down. If it is quiet, or I might go for a wander, I'll go through a wander through farmyard, so I'll take my shooting sticks, Gen 2 prime on shooting sticks. Like I say, if it's quiet on rats, I might go for a wander, see if there's any rabbits knocking about in fields. So I'll take them with me, just in case. Always have a backup plan. Always be willing to adapt your tactics. So if rats aren't in abundance, or I've shot some and it goes quiet and there's none around farmyard, I'll go target different species. And lastly, really, obviously alongside this 4K Pro scope, you're going to need a good IR torch. You'll have seen some review videos from me, and this is Brian Eye, dual purpose IR torch and normal torch. Let's get it out of this box. So this is Artemis T28. In this mode, it's on just normal white light. Then you've got IR 850, IR 940. Lovely, compact, lightweight, it's a clean lens. It's a plastic lens, which is good. I like that feature rather than glass. It kicks out some beautiful light at night, some IR light. So I've got that, and then it takes these type of batteries, 5000 mAh, and I've got 2 of them, which is ample. These last a long time. So with 2 of them in tow, I'm good. What I've got in here as well is a rat tail switch. So that attaches onto the stock of your rifle with a bit of Velcro. And you can adjust brightness and you can turn it on and off. So that's what I'll do with that. The Velcro's on right hand side of the rifle. Pop them away. What I do need to remember to take with me, here it is, one last bit of kit. I attach my IR torches with figure 8 clamp. So easy. You just loosen that off like that. Body of the torch will go in there. And then that attaches there perfectly. And you just tighten it all up. I found figure 8 clamps, they're sturdy, they're reliable, and they hold your torch in place perfectly. So that's it really, that's my kit rundown, that's my little setup. You know what I'm going to be getting up to. Like I say, I'll leave that on charge for an hour now, just top battery off, and I'm good to go. I'll be leaving house about probably 8 o'clock tonight, and then she'll keep the pellets handy, and then I think starts going dark about 9 o'clock this evening. So then we should start getting into a bit of action. Pellets I use, as you'll know, or most people will know, is JSP Exact heavies, 10.34 grain and the 4.52 heads. These are absolutely fantastic out of my rifle. Magazines are kept in this magazine holder. Obviously they're empty until I get up to the farm. And then I'll fill them up when I'm up there. One last thing before I stop waffling. I just want to say a big thank you to Dean Morris. He's one of my subscribers all the way from New South West Australia. And I believe he made this knife a while ago. He sent me a skinning knife. I did use it last weekend, skin a rabbit and a squirrel. Great knife. I believe it took about 3 weeks in transport to get here all the way from Australia. So if you're watching, Dean, thank you very much. Really appreciate it, mate. I've already used it and I'll use it for years to come. It's absolutely fantastic. Perfect in hand. Nice thick blade on it, but it's nice and sharp. I'll give it a sharpen up. Won't be using that tonight. I don't intend on skinning or gutting any rats. But it's beautiful, that, mate. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Right, so that's all from me. Hopefully the rats turn up tonight. We get a bit of action. And I see how action unfolds in video later today. Evening, everyone. I've just got up to the farm. Got up here for about 8:30, like I said earlier in the video. It's just gone 20 to 9 now. Probably got another half an hour before it starts going dark. I wanted to get here in daylight, just have a look around, quickly look around the farmyard. Make sure everything is as it was when I was here last time. Farmyard's an ever-changing environment, so you need to keep up with changes and make sure that your original plan's still in place. Thankfully, just in distance there, in front of the silage clamp, there's that big pile of chips. See, there's only half of them left. That pile where I've just seen a rat run down banking. A big fat rat just coming from left now. Just pan this camera around a little bit. There's a banking there. I've just seen a rat come running down that banking. It's behind them old tyres or rubber, whatever they are. So that's promising. At least I know there's some rats around. They're becoming active already. So what I'll do, probably get a couple of early opportunities, so it's time for me to stop talking. That was a big mama rat, that one. It was big, I could see it from here. That pile of chips is 25 yards away. So bang on zero really, I'm zeroed at 30 yards. I've got what looks like some old loaves of bread just to my right. They're about 15 yards. I've got an old, zoom out a bit, old wood pile just there. So I've got 3-4 decent vantage points from here. It's time to pour a cup of coffee and wait and see what happens. Well, it didn't take long for the first one to arrive. I'm sure it was that one that I saw running down banking. Oh, that's first of many. I'm happy with start. It's really early into evening. Let's see what happens for the rest at night.
That's an hedgehog. Presumably it's one of them that I saw last week. That's what caught my attention at first. I saw someone moving across farmyard. I've got that right to the left. Nice sweet shot, I'm happy with that. nice to see hedgehogs. They can have as many chips as they want. There's another rat behind that pile there. African death dance.